All right. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. Hey, good morning to everyone watching us here. Player ratings coming in through thick and fast onto our channel. And we are discussing a club known as Arsenal for having gone ahead, obviously, win against West Ham at the London Stadium in a game that really ended controversially. That is it. This game ended controversially, and we obviously gonna be diving deep into breaking down these player ratings. Now, Arsenal went ahead to use 16 players into this game. One goalkeeper and 15 outfield players were given a chance to participate. So smash the like button, comment and share, and continue to subscribe, because you know to hit that, you want to hit that magic number of 30,000 subscribers. Let's start with David Raya in goal. Guys, on 3 occasions, he kept Arsenal in the game. Before the goal came in through Leandro Trossard, he had kept them in the game for some time. And even later, he found himself in a position of really going ahead to save this particular club known as Arsenal when they had obviously gone ahead to obviously score a goal in the 85th minute, where most of people thought it was done, but West Ham was like, let's fight for our lives in there for you. Now, Raya, he takes a 9.7 out of 10 from me. That is David Raya for you. Right back, Ben White played for a few minutes in the first half and he got subbed off. That is David Raya for you. Sorry, that is Ben White for you, and he takes a 7 out of 10. That is it. We go to the left back. Who started the game was none other than Riccardo Carafiori. The manager took him off, and he never returned after half-time. And after the game, the manager told us that he was really having an injury in there for you. So, Carafiori 7.5 out of 10. That's what he gets. We go to the right-sided centre-back, William Saliba. They defended very well. They put their bodies in the line, and he gets an 8 out of 10. That is William Saliba. We go to the left-sided centre-back. That is Gabriel Magalhaes, Big Gabi. Oh my God. He really put out a very thrilling performance that you won't really despise as a person who really knows what the game of football is all about. And he gets a 9 out of 10. Big Gabi was all over the place, and he closed down all the chances that were being created by the side of West Ham to see to it that they obviously attack this side and break it down. You understand? So that is Gabriel Magalhaes for you, getting in a 9 out of 10. Declan Rice started in this game as a CDM, then played as a right back, then brought back to midfield. 9 out of 10 from Declan Rice, because indeed he really looked like the driver of this team. The driver of this team going forward, he was, and it really meant a lot for this team known as Arsenal in there for you. So Declan Rice, 9 out of 10. That is it. Miles Lewis-Kelly first played as a midfielder, and then later he was being played as a left back in there for him, because at half time Riccardo Carafiori never returned. Then he went ahead and obviously played as a left back. So 9.3 out of 10 for me. In the midfield, when he was there, was superb. Left back, he really did great in there for you, and I think he best plays as a central midfielder. That is it. Evidence has been put out by the performances that he has gone ahead to put on in there for you. Now, we go to Ebelechi Eze, who played ahead of them. 7.5 out of 10. I think it's one of those games where he really looked bad, and I think he doesn't have what it takes to play under pressure like players that are really used to playing at Arsenal. This game went ahead to see lots of narratives being spread and they need to eat that City had won the previous day. If they really happen to draw or really drop 3 points, then they would have wanted to bring them back into the game. So Eze couldn't obviously find himself in a position of really putting out performances that we are usually know him of, and he ended up really trying to shoot from far in there for you. So he never really performed well, never looked good. That is Ebelechi Eze, getting a 7.5 out of 10. Bukayo Saka, 7.5 out of 10. The same applies to him. He was nowhere to be seen in this particular game. That is it. Nowhere to be seen. And 7.5 out of 10. That's why the manager took him off towards, I think, the 80th minute and brought on Noni Madueke. From Bukayo Saka, we go to the left, Leandro Trossard. He was the goal scorer. That is it. He had close to 2-3 chances in there for you and created one of the best chances of the game. But Ricardo Carafiori did injustice to him and went in for selfish effort instead of releasing a player called Victor Gyökeres. So, after that, we give Trossard a 9.7 out of 10, equaling David Raya in there for you. Because Raya keeps Arsenal in the game, Trossard scores, and he went ahead to create more chances. That would have gone ahead, obviously, be turned out to be goals in there for you. So, from there, we obviously get to Victor Gyökeres, 8 out of 10. That is it, and that's what he put out on the field of play. We go to the substitutes. White was taken off and Zubimendi was brought on. A very huge mistake made by the manager in there. And Zubimendi, 7 out of 10. Because he really looked naked when the manager was forced to take him off the field of play for the second time in there for you. So, Zubimendi, 7 out of 10. Noni Madueke, 8 out of 10. Kai Havertz, 8 out of 10. Martin Odegaard, 9.5 out of 10. Responsible for that assist that was put in by the so-called Leandro Trossard, who went ahead to bury it in the back of the net. Then Arsenal went ahead to bring in other players, and those included players that Arsenal brought on, because I know they went ahead to utilize all the 5 substitutions. So we've talked about Noni Madueke, we've talked about Zubimendi, talked about Martin Odegaard, and 2 more players they brought on that I'm going to forget. Who are those? Because we all know to it that Arsenal went ahead to really utilize all its 5 substitutions. You understand? They brought on Mosquera, they brought on Zubimendi, they brought on Kai Havertz, they brought on who is that 4th player? 4th and 5th player that Arsenal went ahead to bring on, And I think Martinelli was really one of the unused substitutes in this game. That is it. And I go to Mikel Arteta. 8.5 out of 10. First made the mistake of bringing on Zubimendi, and he played Rice onto the right back, and I'm like, who does that? Who does that? So, Arteta gets an 8.5 out of 10. Now, who is my man of the match? I know I saw Sky Sports giving it to Leandro Trossard, but for my case, it's David Raya throughout. That is it. His big saves, I tell you what, they really meant a lot to where Arsenal is in there. He kept them in the game, and he went ahead to win it for them at the same time. So for me, David Raya is my man of the match, or was my man of the match. I don't know who your man of the match was, but this is the Rokani Media Football. We've gone ahead to break this down, and we're waiting for your reactions in the comment section below. Sign out for now. See you later. Those are the player ratings. 10-minute video has dropped early morning.